Are your team's project deadlines constantly slipping? Does it feel like no matter how hard you plan, you're always behind, always in meetings explaining what went wrong? If you're nodding your head right now, you are not alone. You're likely stuck in something I call the time-based estimation trap. It's this vicious cycle of guesswork and missed deadlines, and it's the root of so much stress in development. But the good news is there is a much better way. Don't just take my word for it. We heard from an agile lead who made this exact switch, and they put it perfectly. They said, this isn't just about faster delivery. It's about smarter, more aligned teamwork. It's about creating a level of collaboration you might not even think is possible right now. So to really feel the pain here, let's walk through a scenario that I guarantee plays out in offices every single day. It's a scene that just drains energy before a single piece of work even starts. It always starts with what seems like a simple question, right? A manager just asks the team, hey, how long is it going to take to build this new login feature? Seems totally reasonable. But what happens next is anything but. And boom, the guesswork begins. Developer A throws out, 8 hours. Immediately, developer B jumps in, no way, it's more like 16. You forgot about this and that. And the manager's just standing there thinking, why is this so hard? Why can't I get a straight answer? Sound familiar? This isn't collaboration, it's just a debate built on sand. And this right here, this is the core of the issue. The old way, guessing in hours, it just promotes debate. It hides all the real complexity, which is why deadlines get missed. But the smart way, relative estimation, does the exact opposite. It creates real discussion. It shines a light on the unknowns, and it focuses everyone on the actual effort, which is what leads to predictability. So here's my promise to you. If you stick with me for just the next few minutes, you are going to discover the framework to completely replace that stressful guesswork with confident, collaborative decision-making for good. So what is this big secret? It's a simple but really powerful idea called relative estimation. And all it means is that instead of asking, how long will this take? You start asking, how big is this compared to something else we've already done? It's a shift from absolute time to relative size. Now, to make this idea really click, let's use a super simple analogy. Forget about code, forget about features. Just for a second, let's think about fruit. Okay, check this out. If I hold up a watermelon and ask you how long will it take to eat this, well, who knows, right? It's a complete guess. It depends on a million things. But if I hold up a watermelon and an apple and ask which one is bigger, the answer is instant. It's obvious. That is the magic of relative sizing. We are just naturally wired to compare things, not to predict the future. And that's exactly why we use abstract things like story points. They're a unit of effort, not time. This is key. They automatically include complexity and all the unknowns. What this does is it forces the team to have the right conversation, and it cleanly separates the question of how big it is from when will it be done. So how do you actually start doing this? It's way easier than you think. Step 1, you establish a baseline. Just pick a tiny task everyone understands and agree, okay, that's a 2. That's your anchor. Step 2, use a point system like the Fibonacci sequence. The gaps in the numbers force you to think in general buckets of size, not tiny little differences. And step 3, the most important part. You reach consensus as a team. You discuss and vote on every single task together. And hey, if you want a detailed guide with templates to walk your team through this for the very first time, we've put together a completely free Agile starter kit for you. You can grab it using the link right below. And there are some great tools out there to help with this. You've probably heard of planning poker, right, where the team uses cards to vote, or even something simpler like t-shirt sizing, just grouping things as small, medium, or large. Honestly, the specific technique doesn't matter as much as the conversation it creates. Now, as powerful as this is, it is not a silver bullet. You have to be careful because there are a few really common traps that teams fall into that can completely undermine the whole process. Let's make sure you avoid them. Okay, listen up, because this is crucial. The number one mistake is trying to tie points back to hours. The second you say 1 point equals 2 hours, you've lost. You're right back in the trap. Also, you can't have one person assigning points alone, and you definitely can't have managers telling the team what the point should be. The whole value comes from that team discussion. And you have to understand this. The goal here isn't just to get better at estimating. That's a nice side effect. The real goal is to create a deep, shared understanding of the work across the entire team. It's a huge shift from individual guessing to collective ownership. And the result of that shift? It's a total transformation. You move from a world filled with debate and confusion to one built on alignment and, get this, actual predictability. Your team starts delivering consistently, not because they're working harder, but because they are finally on the same page.
This is the path from chaos to clarity. It's about building a team that actually trusts its own process because it works. So, if you're ready to not just try this, but truly master it and 10x your team's alignment, our workshop is the fastest way to get there. You can find the link for that right below.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Is your team ready to trade the constant chaos of guesswork for the calm confidence that comes from genuine collaboration? Are you ready to stop guessing and finally start delivering?